Hey, you guys. So I'm just sitting here on my bed and open up TikTok. And now I understand why God had told me to record that video. Don't let your ex spin the block on you during this season. Y'all, and God gave me confirmation, and this young lady is telling her story about her being with the narcissist and how, she left him, took him back, and what he did to her. Y'all, I want y'all to listen to this. And I'm glad I came across this because God really loved his children. He loved his daughters. And he don't want y'all to be taken advantage of. But I just want y'all to hear this young lady's story. I'm going to insert it here. But listen to what this young lady is saying. Don't let your ex spin the block on you if that word was for you that God had told me to release, okay? All right, so check out this message.
July 4th, 2020 is the day of my ultimate betrayal. Y'all ready? He flew to Atlanta. He saw the luxury condo. He saw the weight loss, the transformation. I had my hair done, my makeup done. I was looking completely different. So we had breakfast and, we talking about our relationship. We talking about getting back together, him moving to Atlanta and we just, all that. So this is where it gets embarrassing right here. And I need y'all to really not judge me, okay? So he wanted us to get a luxury car. Okay, this is why when they start speaking French, talking about we gonna do this with your resources, you need to run. But me, I loved him. I just believed that he changed and he was genuine. So he was like, yeah, let's go to this car dealership when we leave this breakfast spot so we can look at this nice car. We get to the dealership and we see our dream car. It was a Porsche Panorama, beautiful car. I end up paying for this car. Okay, the bill of sale was in both of our names, but I put the title only in his name. Okay, this is where it gets embarrassing. The moment he drove off from the dealership, he had an excuse that he had to go be with his kids. Okay, he had 7 kids. Now, when we was together in a relationship, he didn't care too much about them kids, seeing them, be with them. But all of a sudden, now that you got this luxury car, you want to go spend 4th of July with your kids, okay? So that was another red flag. But me, I didn't fight against him. I didn't argue. I didn't want to be problematic. So I said, okay, that's fine. He gets back to his hometown. He's consistent. He's communicating. We're talking on the phone. Everything's going good. So one day I was laying in bed and something said, type his name in on the search bar on social media. When I did that, it was a girl in my Porsche talking about, look what her man bought her. It was all in the picture. They was smiling like they was a happy couple with the car that I paid for with my own money. I inboxed her. I'm freaking out because I'm like, girl, that's my car. I sent her screenshots, pictures of him laying on my couch in Atlanta. I sent her pictures of us in the car together. Like, look, we just bought the car. We took a selfie together. Like, I sent her everything. Baby, she was not trying to hear that. This is my man, and he got me this car, and I don't care what you sent me. If you want the car so bad, come get it. Man, she was riding for him. And what did I do? I end up going down there, trying to get the car. It turned into a fight. The police was called. He said I was stalking him. I was just this crazy ex. I was a liar and all this stuff. But then when I showed the police the bill of sale that we both, because the title was in his name, but the bill of sale was in both of our names, and I showed them the transactions, then they knew, like, okay, so this ain't no crazy woman. Like, you really did steal her car. You really did. I showed them pictures of us sitting in the car together. Like, I was really trying to paint the picture to the police officer. And that's why I did not end up going to jail, because the police said that this is a civil matter. They cannot make him give me my keys back, and they were powerless. The only job a police officer is supposed to do is to stop an active crime. Right? And they're saying you're on his property, you're being vicious, you're fighting, so we're not going to arrest you for doing this. We're just telling you to leave the premises. So the police was actually trying to be nice to me. Just leave. We know he wrong, but this is a civil matter. Just leave. But remember, the title was in his name. So legally, the police officer looking at it as, okay, I know you paid for it, but you put the title in his name. So he technically didn't steal the car. This is a civil matter. So now I'm heartbroken and I'm publicly embarrassed because this man just interrupted my healing process. I wasn't even thinking about him when I moved to Atlanta. Okay. And not only did I have to come to the realization that he never loved me, he already was in a relationship, but he robbed me. So now my money funny again. Okay. Now my bank account is worse off than it was if I would have just never responded to him when he reached out. This is the part that kind of shook my faith a little bit. So before he had came to Atlanta, I was looking all on his social media. There was no trace of a female. I'm talking about not in his comment sections. Like I couldn't see her nowhere near. But the moment I got robbed, right? The moment all this unfolded, they all on social media bragging how their relationship goes. It was so broken. I would sleep in my closet on the floor in total darkness. I never knew a pain like that before. Like that level of betrayal. It's just something I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. And I didn't want to be here anymore. And I lost my confidence. And I remember I had got COVID. So much bad began to happen to me. The residue. I remember when I caught COVID because I couldn't taste or smell. And I said, Lord, just take me right here. There's nothing to live for anymore. The narcissist came to finish me off. And that's why you don't let them back in your life. You go no contact and you never look back. Because he wanted to humble me and break my spirit. This is why you're not supposed to feel special when your ex try to spin the block, because he may be coming back to try to humble you and hurt you. I was ambitious, I was different, I was beautiful, and he wanted to show me that I was nothing. That's what he wanted me to believe. And for a moment, I began to believe that, and I didn't want to be here anymore. Y'all ready to hear how God showed up and showed out? 1 year later, after that entire situation, I was a documented millionaire. Paid $700,000 for my house cash. I don't owe nobody nothing. Y'all see this Rolls Royce I drive? I paid for it cash. I don't have no car note. So yeah, you stole a Porsche from me, but God gave me a Rolls Royce. You know what? His girlfriend, she ended up contacting me and telling me that he abuses her, he cheats on her, and he stalks my social media and preys on my downfall. I never check for him. I never look for him. Listen, I know people get excited about me being a millionaire and about the possessions and the certain lifestyle that I have now. But y'all know what the biggest flex is for me is that God truly healed me. God, man, I was so lost and broken and hurt. Like God healed me. He set me free. And to me, that's the biggest blessing than him restoring my finances and giving me the wealth. I'm thankful for it. God in heaven knows. God, I thank you. Thank you for giving me back everything the enemy tried to take from me. But God, the fact that you healed me, that's some money can't buy. Ooh, that's some money can't. When you heal for real, when he set you free for real, you get your beauty back. Uh-oh, I felt something right there. Hold on. You get your joy back. You get your confidence back. Let me know if y'all want a part 2 of this story because it gets deeper and deeper. All right. But I just wanted to encourage every woman. Don't look back. When the moment you realize that you're with a narcissist, you need to leave. They will never change. I'm telling you. Because they don't see themselves as the problem. Like narcissists see themselves as the victim. They would never see how toxic they are. And that's why they won't change, because they won't self-reflect. And one thing I love about me, every year I always evaluate, like, Anissa, you could have did this better. You could have moved differently in this area. You know, I love how I always correct myself and I have accountability partners around me. Like that's why I always grow, you know, because I never get to a place and be like, oh yeah, y'all the problem. I'm good. But narcissists feel like they're perfect and everybody else is the problem. Okay, just like my ex, he felt like his 7 baby mamas was the problem. He don't see that he was toxic and he created these broken homes. You see what I'm saying? He see that because his license was suspended, it's his baby mama's fault. But he don't see how, because he don't take care of his kids, why he can't prosper in life. He don't see that. Okay? So I love y'all. Yeah, let me know in the comments if y'all want a part 2.